Ren. Turn that up.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus Rogers. I've been trading for 2 years, 1 year, all the way consistent, all the way locked in. I come from being a professional boxer. So when starting to trade stocks, I realized that it was for me, it's really a you versus you type thing, just like boxing. You versus you competing against yourself every day. I can't say you competing against the market because you really want to ride with the market. Understand what I'm saying? So you're really competing against yourself and the manipulation the market displays on a day-to-day basis. See what I'm saying? I turned $10,000 into $100,000 in 2 months after losing over $56,000 in a span of like 6 to 7 months. I put my all into this. I've back tested. I've studied. I've stressed. I want to jump off a bridge. I've loved this game. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had every emotion with this game, and you will too if you continue to keep going and become successful. Let me say this. I don't care what background you come from, what you do, what you're good at. You can learn this, and you can make this and full-time income or and just additional income. You know what I mean? It's 252 trading days in a year. So if you make $100 a day, that's an extra $25,000 that's going in your bank account. If you make $1,000 a day, that's $252,000, right? So of course, if you make $500 a day, do 252,000 divided by 2. You see what I'm saying? 125,000. And so on and so on. So this game is for everybody. Don't think because you don't do or you don't get it right now. Yeah, of course you don't get it right now. We all ignorant to the things that we don't know, right? It's ignorance. We don't know it. So of course you don't get it right now. But once you take time and once you look at this video and really just pay attention and take heed to the information, you'll appreciate this in the long run. You'll be able to teach your kids this. This will create generational wealth. This will create generational wealth for you if you take this serious. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to share my knowledge. Please take heed, show your kids this is free. You know what I'm saying? Like watch it over and over and over and over again. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not add to you? Why not add to your brain? Why not add? You get what I'm saying? So good luck to everybody. And hopefully I get good reviews and good good feedback, and hopefully I talk to you again and can teach you more in this game. All right, the basis of a candlestick. A candlestick is a type of price chart used in technical analysis that displays the high, low, open, and closing prices of a security for a specific period. It originated from Japanese rice merchants and traders to track market prices and daily momentum hundreds of years before becoming popularized in the United States. All right, so let's talk about the anatomy of candlesticks. Let's break it down. All right, a candlestick has 3 basic features: the body, which indicates the open and close range; the wicks, which are the long, thin lines above and below the main body. These reversals reveal the intraday high and low. The color, which represents the direction of the price movement. A green body shows a price increase, while a red body indicates a price decrease. All right, so let's break that down. Let me get my pen. Boom. All right, so if you can see what's going on, this is a green candle. This is a bullish candle. All right, let's talk about bullish and bearish. First of all, bullish means going up. Bullish means going up. So if somebody says the market is bullish, that means the market is strong and it is going up in price. Bearish means going down in price, decreasing. If somebody says the market is bearish, that means the market is decreasing. All right, let's get into it. So like I said, we're talking about a bullish candle right now. So think bullish. This is the open. So this is where the candle opens. This is where it closes. Right? It opened here. and it closed here, which makes sense because what? On a bullish candle, what is it doing? It's moving up. It opened here and it closed here. All right. Open here, down here, and closed up here because it increased. All right. Now, let's talk about the high. What is the high? Well, what is this wick right here? The wick just displays where the stock went. All right. It does not mean it closed there. It just means where the stock went. So this is the high. That means this candle here got this high and then it closed here. The low is the same exact thing. This candlestick reached this price, this low price before it went all the way back up here and closed. All right. So it might have opened here, went here, and then the bulls fall all the way back up to close here. And of course, it probably went up here and then came back down and closed at this area. All right. Let's talk about a bearish candlestick. Like we said, a bearish candlestick means decreasing. So it opens up here and closes here, right? Because it's a decreasing candlestick. That means the price is dropping. All right, the price is dropping. So understand these candles, these are candlesticks. So this could be let's talk about time frames just for a minute. This could be a 1 minute candle, meaning this is 1 minute worth of price action. This can be a 2 minute candle, meaning this candle is 2 minutes worth of price action. So that means it opened here and 2 minutes later it closed. All right. It can be a 5 minute candle, 15 minute candle, 30 minute candle, whatever time frame you're on, that's what type of candle it's going to be. Whatever time frame you're on, that's what type of candle. That's how long this candle will take to open and close. All right. Decreasing candle opens here, closes here. It went as low as here, went as high as here. All right. Go to the next. All right. Showing the same thing. Increasing bullish candlestick. Open here, closed here, went as high as here, went as low as here. All right. It opened here at this price. It opened here, came down. The bulls, because it's bullish, fall all the way back here, and then it came down and fizzled out and closed here. Same thing here. It opened here. The bulls fought up to try to get it here, but then the bears fought all the way back to this low, and then it fizzled out and closed here. That is a candlestick. That's how you read candlesticks. Oh, well, what about the box? What about this is the price? This is the price. This is where it opened and closed. This is the main price you're worried about. But these wicks are important too, and you'll learn that later on. All right. Let's talk about doji candlesticks. All right, doji candlesticks are indecisive candlesticks, meaning it opened and closed in the same area. So if you look at this doji stick, it opened here. Well, we don't know what type of doji stick this is, to be completely honest. We don't know what it opened or closed, but just say it opened here, went all the way down, went all the way up and closed in that same area. That is a doji. This is the dragonfly doji because what it did was it opened here, fought all the way down, came all the way back up and closed in the same area. A gravestone doji. Opened here, fought all the way up, came all the way back down, closed. A long-legged doji. That just means the same thing as a regular doji, but the wicks are way longer. Indecisive. When you see a candle like this, is the indecisive candle. All right. When you see a candle like this, is the indecisive candle. All right. All right. Support and resistance. This is what everybody needs to know. You can make plenty of money just trading support and resistance. Just knowing where support and resistance is, you can make a lot of dough. All right, let's talk about it. Support and resistance. Support. What is support? Support is the floor. Support occurs where a downtrend is expected to pause due to a concentration of demand or buying interest. All right. Support is looked at as the floor. All right. What is resistance? Resistance is a ceiling. Resistance is the ceiling. Sorry about that. Resistance is a ceiling. Resistance occurs where an uptrend is expected to pause temporarily due to a concentration of supply and selling interest. All right. So let's talk about it. What is support? We look at support as a floor. So what does a stock do? Nothing goes straight up and nothing goes straight down. It's in waves. All right. A stock goes in waves. A stock goes to resistance, comes down, goes to support, bounces up. All right. Let me show you. So we got support here. How do we know it's support, right? How do we know it's support? So what did the stock do? Boom. Came up. Oh, let me squeeze it. Came up, went down, bounced. All right. Bounce. So what did it do? That means it's buyers here. It's buyers here that pushed the market up. All right. Went up into resistance. All right. Well, what is resistance? It's sellers at this level. All right. It's sellers at this level. So what happens when people sell the stock? What it's going to do? It's going to fall. But then we come back towards what? Support. Right? We come back towards support. I'm sure y'all not saying this. We come back towards support. And what happens at support? We bounce. All right, we bounce. And you see, we make it up back to resistance. And what happens? Boom, we come back down to support. We come back down to the floor. It's just like bouncing a ball, right? You bounce a tennis ball at the floor, what it's going to do? Bounce up. That's support. All right, so let's talk about what happens here. And we got resistance where the sellers are. All right, but let's talk about the crazy thing about support and resistance. Okay, so what happens? This time we go up and we meet resistance. We break through. All right, so we break through, and then what happens? We find support. But where do we find support? We look to the left. We find support at that same resistance that the sellers was at. Now buyers are there. And what does it do? Find a new resistance at the top, a new ceiling. So this is how the market rolls. All right. This is how the market rolls in waves. It goes up, comes down, find support, goes up, find resistance, come down, find support, goes up, find resistance, come down, find support. We're going to test that resistance again. This time we're going to break it, right? And we're going to make that resistance support, because what happens here? We come back through and it stops here, right? Which means what? It's buyers here. It's buyers here, because what happens after? Boom, it goes up into resistance where people are selling their stock. All right, goes down into support. What happens here? It's buyers here. We have demand here. It's buyers here. And then what happens? Goes back into resistance. People selling here. Goes back into support. Buying here. And then we go back into resistance and we finally break through. Why? Because we've tested this area so many times. Buyers finally stepped in at this area. That is support and resistance. Support is the floor. Resistance is the ceiling. You can make a lot of money if you understand that resistance is here, because you can automatically, as soon as it get to this level and you see that it doesn't want to go above this level, you get puts all the way back down to support. You can make a lot of, that might be a $1 drop, might be a $2 drop, might be a $3 drop. And if you're in the money, you're making a lot of money at that point. All right, making a lot of money at that point. So let's get some more examples in right here. All right, so this is the Amazon 1-day chart. That means every candle is a day. All right, let's talk about support and resistance. So what happened? We broke through, went up, came down, bounced, went up, came down, bounced. That's two bounces, right? Went all the way up, found resistance. That's where the sellers were. What happened? Boom, it came all the way back down, found this support again. If we look to the left, it found this support. All right, it found this support. So we look to the left. Oh, let me get my pen. If we look to the left, it found this support, right? Right here, it found this support again. It was just prior support right here. Went up, where did we go? Into resistance, that same area. went up into resistance, this same area, right? Well, who was there? The sellers. Came down, found support again here at this same level. This is support and resistance. If you know support and resistance, you can make money. Why? Because you know where to buy and you know where to sell. You know where to buy and you know where to sell, right? Same thing here. Came down, floated in the middle, came down, found support again. What did it do? The buyer stepped in. What did it do? Come to resistance. What happened here? The seller stepped in. Boom, came down. Now it's starting to float in the middle. This time it comes, it breaks resistance. Okay, when you see it break resistance, what does it do? It come back down and it finds support at that resistance that we used the last 3 times it got here. We made money on this drop, and this drop. This time it broke through, so we didn't trade it. Now it's finding support. So what can we do? We can buy here. Because what? This is support now. This line is support now. And that's how support and resistance work. That's how you make money. That's how you make money. Let's talk about Tesla. All right. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Talk about Tesla. What you see here, resistance, right? I see resistance. So I see the stock go up. I see the stock come down, get support, go up, break support, right? Break support, flush down, find support in this area. And then what does it do? It goes back to this level. But what happens this time? Because it was support last time and it rejected this level, who's here now? Who's here now? The sellers. The sellers are here. Because what happens? When I see what I'm saying? And broke lows. Went down. I don't even know if it broke lows. I don't want to say that. No, I didn't break lows, but it broke these lows, the most recent lows that was sitting right here. Right? Broke those lows. What did it do? It found support, like we talk about. What happened when it found support? Buyers. I'm sorry that I can't write, but I'm gonna try. Buyers stepped in. Right? Buyer stepped in. What happened? It go back to what now? Resistance. And you got to wait and see if it passed resistance. Right? So all of this right here, you could have made money. After it came here, found support, and went back to this area, this is a short position. This is a short position. All right? This is a short position. Support and resistance. All right? Let's look at AMD. Support and resistance is a 5-minute chart. That means every candle on here is 5 minutes. All right, support and resistance. Look to our left, right? Look to our left in this area right here. Look to our left in this area. What do we have here? We found support. We found support, right? Found support. Then, okay, we look over, boom. It comes back. It breaks support, right? It breaks support. So now this is what? Resistance. Look at the buyers. I mean, look at the sellers come in. Look at the sellers come in right here. So we got, boom, it come down, come back up. It tests. Come down a little bit, come back up. It tests. Sellers are still there. Then look, boom, it dropped. Big. Then it comes all the way back up. Test that what? That same area. All we got to do is look to our left. It's test the same area that was just support and resistance the last 2 times it touched. It's resistance. That means sellers there. What's there? Sellers. Look what it does. Flush all the way back down. Comes and tries to test it again. What happens? Sellers step in. Boom. Now I'm all the way gone. Comes to try to test it again. What happens? Sellers are there. Resistance. Boom. Now I'm all the way gone. Right? Support and resistance. If you know that resistance is here, you know where to get into play. If you know that resistance is here, you know where to get into play. That's all I'm saying. So don't say, I don't know how to make money. Well, if you know how to go find resistance, then you know that resistance is a short position. When they hit resistance, we get in a short position and we taking it, right? If it shows that it want to go down. All right. Let's talk about it. What we see here. Give me my pen back, man. What we see here. Boom. It goes up, comes down, forms support. Goes up, form resistance. comes up, comes down, form support. Again, look to our left. That was minus, that was support. To our left, comes down, form support again right here. Comes back up, resistance. What happened here? Resistance. Sellers stepped in. We got resistance. Come here. Buyer stepped in. See what I'm saying? Once you find support and resistance, you're able to make money if you're patient. And it's way more to go into this. This is just the beginning, but you can make money right now if you find support and resistance. Because all you got to do is wait till it comes here and buy, wait till it comes here and sell. And then once it breaks this level, you wait on a retest for it to come back, test this level, make it support, and boom, we gone. Right? So let me keep showing you the rest of that. We break out here, we come back here and find what? Support at this what? Resistance that was here. There was sellers here, but now guess what? It's buyers here. It's not sellers here no more. Now it's buyers here. So it broke through that level. Now this resistance that was prior resistance, these last 3 times it touched, is now support. And now buyers are here. Now we stepping up and making a new resistance up top. See what I'm saying? Support and resistance. Support and resistance. You can make $1 million right now trading support and resistance. I'm flexing on the million. You really can, but I don't want to say it like that. But yeah, simple as that. You can make $200 a day if you execute pattern support and resistance. All right. Let's get back to it. All right, let's go. So volume is so important. Volume means, all right, let's talk about it. Volume is the amount of an asset or security that changes hands over some period of time, often over the course of a day. For instance, stock trading volume will refer to the number of shares of a security traded between its daily open and close. Trading volume and changes to volume over the course of time are important inputs for technical traders. Volume is the number of shares of a security traded during a given period of time. The higher the volume during a price move, the more significant the move, and the lower the volume during a price move, the less significant move. All right, no volume, no trades. Stocks break out with strong volume and momentum when key levels are broken. Break of key support can cause prices to decline with momentum. Break of key resistance can cause prices to rally with momentum. Volume equals demand. All right, volume is so important. You do not want to trade a stock that no people are in. We as retail traders, regular people that's trading at home and maybe in a building and stuff like that, we cannot move the market. We need banks and bigger, way bigger companies to move the market. So we need to see volume in order for us to get in a trade, because no volume means it's not going anywhere. All right, check out volume. All right, let's check out how volume works. I want you to check this out. Let me get my pen again. All right, so look at this thing chopping. All right, it's chopping until it comes to this support. All right, at this support is buyers. We just talked about that. All right, what happens? Look at that volume at this candle straight up. Look at this volume. When that volume comes in, look at these candles right here. No, not a lot of volume, but when that volume comes in, you start seeing that thing shoot. Volume is important. Without volume, you can't trade because it won't go anywhere. All right? Volume. You need volume. These are the volume bars on your chart at the bottom. These are showing you how many people are in this trade at this time. This is a 5-minute chart. So that means these are 5-minute candles. So at this time, how many other people is right here? That's how many people is in this chart. It was definitely over what it needed to be, for sure, to move this stock. All right. Like I said, high volume equals demand. All right. As you see the volume nodes start coming up and going up here, you see how they came down here. Let me show you. See how they came down here? They was down, but then they start going up right here. And you see their price shooting up. Volume. You need to see these big volume bars. All right. Look at those volume bars and look at that. Look at those big candles, strong candles. Strong candles. All right, let's talk about a trend. Let's talk about identifying the trend. So the first thing you need to do before you trade every day is see what the stock is doing. See what the trend is. Is it breaking to the downside? Is it breaking to the upside? Or is it just ranging, right? So a trend is the overall direction of a market or an asset's price. In technical analysis, trends are identified by trend lines or price action that highlight when the price is making higher swing highs and higher swing lows for an uptrend, or lower swing lows and lower swing highs for a downtrend. Uptrends are marked by rising data points such as higher swing highs and higher swing lows. Downtrends are marked by falling data points such as lower swing lows and lower swing highs. You need 2 to 3 touches to confirm a trend. The trend is your friend, right? So let's talk about this right here. Boom. We got 1 touch. So how do we know about the trend? They just said the market has to go higher, swing higher, and then even have a higher low, right? And we'll get into that. You'll get into that later when get deep into training. Trading. You'll get into that. But let's talk about trending, right? How many touches do we need to make a trend line? 1, 2, 3. All right. So what happened? We had to bounce off this trend line. By the time we come back, bounced again. By the time we come back, bounced again. Right? That's a trend. That's how you identify a trend. So let's talk about it right here. This is SPY. All right, a 1-day chart. So what happened? How do we identify the trend? Okay, we got a touch here. Came this area, touch. Came this area, touch. Came to the trend line, touch, 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 touch. That's 7 touches before it broke down. That is a trend. That's how you identify a trend. Once you get 3 touches, it's gone. Same thing here. Look at this trend line. Perfect. So how do you make money off this trend line, right? You wait for it to come down and test again. Once you see that buyers are in that area, you take it up. If it breaks this trend line, you take it down. Simple as that. Let's talk about a downtrend. We've seen uptrends. We've seen the uptrends. Now let's talk about a downtrend. All right. Talk about a downtrend. We got a touch. It rejected. Touch. It came back to retest. Rejected. Right? Touch in that area. Same thing. Rejected. Came back. Touched here. Rejected. Came back. Touched this time. Broke out. All right. This is a downtrend. When you see it coming to the trend line and breaking it, or coming to this area and breaking it, this is what we call a downtrend. All right. This is what we call a downtrend. So what I want to do is I want to go through and show you how to find the trend line. All right. So this QQQ, we're gonna go to the daily chart. And you can find trend lines on any chart. All right. So let's see. Boom. See what this gives us. I don't really like that trend line. This could be a trend line here. All right. That could be a trend line. Let's go to some, let's find something else. Let's go to the hour chart. Let's go to the hour chart because we've been trending up, so I know it's a trend line on the hour chart. Boom. Boom. What we got? Trend line, right? Touch, touch, and it's about to touch here. And we can also create one here. All right. What we got? Touch, touch, touch. Broke through. You take puts. Find a trend line on the hourly chart on Tesla. Let's see. Trend line. Look how many touches we have. Boom, boom, boom. That's 3 touches right there. So when it come back, what you think? Buy your step in. You can take calls here on the touch of this trend line and ride this up. This is 8:59 to 9:14. You will make a lot of money trading that right there. Trend line. Hourly trend line. You need touches. Go to Microsoft. See if we can find one down. Trend line down to the downside, right? Here we go. I would use this trend line. Maybe some people won't, but I would. What we got? Talk to me, right? Boom, rejection. Come back up and test in this area. Boom, rejection. Come back up and test in this area. Boom, rejection. That's money. Every time it does this, come back and reject, that's money. That's money. That's money. Right? And then let's talk about support and resistance, because I know we're talking about that. But what does it do here? It comes back and it tests it here and buyer step in on top of the trend line. That's money. Boom. Taking that up. Right? That is how we identify the trend, and that's how we can identify the break of a trend to take it the other way. Let's find something else. Boom. I think this will be a good one. It's 4-hour chart. Might be. I don't know. We'll check it out. It's a good trend line. It's a good trend line. How we make money today of the break of this trend line? This is one of my favorite strategies. Test, 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 break, right? Break. We make money here. And then we'll wait till it go back and retest and use it as resistance, and we'll make money here too, coming down. Right? It's the same thing on every stop. All we have to do, let's look, this is Bitcoin. Everybody love Bitcoin. All we have to do is find the trend, right? So you see it's kind of breaking lows. So it's kind of breaking out of the trend. What you think? Might not be the perfect one, but you got a guidance on how you can trade. It comes here. We got the trend line. Boom, it comes here. Boom, it comes here. It breaks here. Boom, okay, that's 3 touches. 4 touches. Next time it comes here, what you think? Buyer step in. You take the trade. You make a lot of money. Trend lines. This is how you identify a trend. Trend lines are how you identify a trend. Trend lines are how you know where the stock is going, and then how you know when it's going to break trend and go the other way. Same thing with Apple. 4-hour chart. Find the trend. Boom, there we go. We can even extend it here. We don't even have to go there. Boom. That's the trend. So what am I thinking? If Apple comes back here to test this trend line, matter of fact, I can go a little bit up. Boom. See, we made it even better down. It's tighter. Apple come back here, test this trend line, and if buyer step in, if I see buyer step in, right, I'll buy here. If I see buyer step in, I buy here when it comes down and test. If I see seller step in and it breaks this trend line, I can take puts, because if it breaks the trend line and start breaking lows, it's probably going to go that way. So just with these trend lines and support and resistance, you can make so much money. You can make so much money just with these trend lines and support and resistance. You can make so much money. And you can lose money too. You know, don't get it twisted. You know, I talked about psychology in the intro. You know, this is not easy, but you can do it if you dedicate yourself to it and just learn the rules and stick to the rules and be disciplined. Get a mentor. Pay somebody to teach you how to do this. This will change your life. So that's what a trend is. That's what identifying the trend is. Once you see it bouncing, boom, where you take it at? Buyers here. Come back, buyers here. See something else. AMD. Let's see. We can and like I say, we can go into the downtrend too. I guess people don't like when stuff go down. But let's talk about a downtrend, right? Trend line. Boom. Downtrend. What we got? Let's talk about it. What we got? What we got? We can even connect it here. Boom. Okay. Boom. Got a rejection. We going. Come back and test. That's cool. Boom. Reject again. We going. Come back and test in that area. Not all the way there. Maybe we won't take that play. Maybe we will. Boom. We got a reject. Come back and test that area. What we gonna do? Boom. We got a reject. This is the money. This is the money. This is the money. Let me get that off there. This is the money. See what I'm saying? Boom. Take a reject. Find the trend, identify the trend, and then when it breaks the trend line, then what it's trying to do? It's trying to reverse. Simple as that. Keep it simple. Identifying the trend. You need 3 touches to identify the trend. 1, 2. You can count that as 1, 3. But if you don't, 3, 4, 5. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Identifying the trend. Here's Facebook. Everybody love Facebook. Everybody love Facebook. Here's Facebook. Boom. Right? Identifying the trend. Okay, boom. I see that this thing want to go down because it keeps reject. Come back to this area. Reject. It's breaking all these lows. Higher lows. Reject. I mean, breaking the higher lows, lower lows. Reject. Boom, we out of there. Every time, that's money. You don't need nothing else but what I taught you in this video to make money. You don't need nothing else but support and resistance and trend line breaks and retests and rejects. That's all you need to make money. Now, it's a lot of stuff that you can learn that can make you money easier, but you don't need nothing else but this if you keep it simple. Nothing else. All right, for the last part of this free course, all right, I want to show you how I break down a chart. All right, I want to show you how I break down a chart with support and resistance, and how I would trade these levels. All right, I'm gonna show you how I break down support and resistance and how I would trade support and resistance. All right, how I find support and resistance, and how I would trade support and resistance. All right, you can make money with what I'm about to show you right now. All right, this is our weekly chart. I go to the weekly chart, I find our high and our low. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I find our high and our low. So, boom, that's our high. This is our most recent, really, really low. This is SPY. All right, this is SPY chart. This is what run the market, the S&P 500. All right, I have support here. All right, now I'm looking for support and resistance. All right, so I have support and resistance here. All right, boom, it goes up, that found resistance, it went back up, broke resistance, came back down and formed support. All right, form support. I'm just breaking it down as I go. So you see it. All right, breaking it down as I go. It goes up, find resistance, comes down, find support, goes back up, comes down. What does it do? This is a weekly chart. That means every candle is a week. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks it stayed above this level. This is support. All right. This is support. So we got support there. And then what does it turn into? Resistance. The market is a wave. The market does the same things over and over and over and over. All you got to do is catch it and get knowledge. You got to have knowledge first, but all you got to do is catch it. All right. I like this area. I like this 426 area. Boom. So I'm finding support and I'm finding resistance.
All right, I'm finding support and I'm finding resistance. I just found support. Why? Look at this hole here. It doesn't close below these levels. It's still held above these levels, right? And then here, boom, it comes down, finds support in this area. It still holds. Then resistance in these areas, right? So I'm gonna keep charting. I'm on a weekly chart. This is the first chart I go to, which is the weekly chart. All right, weekly chart. I'll go here. I'm going to go. I like this area right here. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go here. All right, and I can clearly see these if I want to. I can go here. I can go here. Boom. All right. I'm gonna stick with that for right now. Go to the daily chart. All right. Now I'm on the daily chart. Now I'm finding levels in between these levels. So look at here. Boom. Just found some resistance. All right. That was one support. And be here. I like this level. 449 level, really be 450 level. I'm cool with that. Know that zone. Here. Finding support and resistance. Right? I'm just looking for places that have support, form support here. Show you what I'm looking at. Form support here. Boom. Form support there. So what am I looking for? What am I looking for? I'm looking for support. Boom. I like that level. Damn, I keep doing that. I like this level right here. I like this 420 level. Boom. All right. I like this level here. 436, 440 level. Where is it? 430. I like this level, 436 level. I'm gonna just put something around that level. Boom. So if I go to the left, you haven't seen none of this stuff to the left. I just been here, right? I just been here. You haven't seen none of this to the left. I like this resistance. Boom. Get that. You haven't seen nothing to the left, right? So if I go to the left right here and look all the way back, you're gonna see that this stock is still supporting resistance. That's what I'm telling you. The market does the same thing over and over. You're gonna see that the stock still has support and resistance. Look at it here. Boom, comes here, flushes that level, holds above here, then gets up under it, comes down, gets here, gets back up over it, gets back up over it, start building up. All right. Boom, come here, find support. Come back down here, find support. Boom, go back up, find support. Right? It's going to do the same exact thing no matter what. All right. So now we're on the 4 hour. I mean, we're on the daily. So now we're going to the 4 hour. We're looking for stuff inside the daily. All right. So we got here. What we got right here? This is resistance. What we got here? Resistance. What we got here? Support. Right? What we got here? Resistance. All right, I'm showing you how I'm breaking down my chart. This is the 4. That means every candle is 4 hours. I'm showing you how I break down my chart. This is exactly how I break down my chart. All right. Support and resistance lines. You can make a lot of money just knowing support and resistance lines. I've been saying this since I started the course. Support and resistance lines. Find a support and I'm finding resistance. Like I said, you can go back and look. Look what's going on. Boom, boom, boom. Finding levels, breaking lows, going in waves, like I was telling you. Reject, reject, and go down. Support and resistance. You have to know what the stock has done before at this certain level that is at. You have to. Boom. All right. Go down to the hourly chart. Now we're at the hourly. Let's find some levels for the hourly chart. So let's see. Fine. I like them. I like the levels. I like to play big time frame levels because I know those levels are powerful. I like them. Look at this here. Boom, I found some. I put this just to do it, but I really don't like because it's right 420, so now I'm taking that away. I don't want to clutter my chart, right? Boom. All right, so that's the hourly chart. All right, so check me out. Check me out. I'm about to show you some bread. I'm going to show you how to make some money. This is the hourly chart. That means I'm going to go down to my 5 minute. This is how I will play this, y'all. This is how I will play this. All right. So what do I see? For the open today, what do I see? I see this level. This is a powerful level. Every level on this chart is powerful because it's on the higher time frames. So I saw it get over this level and hold support just a little bit until it broke. Once it broke, this was the play. This was the play. This is how you will make money. Once it broke, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about. No, that's not a good. That's really not a good. Because it didn't do nothing after that. All right, so let's talk about this one right here, and it's kind of choppy too. But I'm gonna just say, all right, the play got up under this level. All right, this is how you can make money just by supporting resistance. It got up under this level, right? So this is what I would have done. Once I saw it flush, I would have looked for a retest of this level, meaning it comes down and then comes back up and rejects this level or gets above this level. So you see here where it got above this level, all right, on this candle. And then it came here and it opened and it flushed down, right? So I would have took a play. I would have took a breakout play right here once it tested this level again and came down and broke this level. I could take a breakout play here. Boom. 326, what? 56 all the way down to 425.88. You know, that's a good scalp if you heavy. But the big play would have been once I would have seen this thing break this level back to the upside, I would have waited on a retest, which is this move right here. The retest is this move right here. Boom, consolidation, right? So we're going up, and then the stock wants to consolidate over this level, gets under it a little bit, but regains it. And I would have taken calls right above this level here and rolled this thing on up. I would have took calls right above this level because it had tested it too much. It came back. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Let me get that off there. It broke it, came back, retested, got on top. Broke it big, came back, filtered its way there, retested, broke over the top, came back with a bull flag, retest, and went. I would have took this play right here. Just because I know that this level is a big, strong level. Let's talk about, let me give you a clear play. That's a hard play. But the same thing here. Look at this level. Once it gets over this level and shows you it wants to go, you can take calls, right? You can take calls when it gets above these highs. So if you see it consolidating and it takes off and you think, oh, I missed it. Once it gets above this high, take a call and ride it up. This is how you make money off levels. Breakouts and breakdowns is how you make money off of these levels. All right. Breakups and breakdowns. So okay, boom, 5 minute chart. All right. It climbed. Trend line. How many touches you got? 5 minute chart. Got all these touches. It climbed, it broke the trend line at the same time, hitting resistance. What did I tell you? If the sellers are here, right? If the sellers are here, what do? You sell. Hit resistance, broke the trend line, another confirmation, trend line break, and boom, look at it, it's gone. From what, the 431 area all the way down to 428. That's $3. That's $3 you just made. Not actual $3. You probably made a lot more than that, depending on how many contracts you had. But that's $3 on the stock that just dropped that you could have caught. You play these levels. You see this shit break out the level, you take it. Or you wait on the retest. It broke out right here. Then it came back and retested, rejected, and went down. That's the trades you wait for. All right. So this is how I break down my chart. This is how I look for trend lines. This is how I take plays off of only support and resistance. I look for breakdowns and breakups with these lines. Here, I'll show you another example here. It consolidated a while over this line, and then it decided to go, right? And then once it got here, broke out here, and then what? It decided to go. So you take calls right here saying that it's going to go up, and you make a lot of money. Here, what we got? Went up until our resistance, because what we say, at these strong levels, what is that resistance? Sellers. Went up to our resistance, hit, and then went on down. 424 to 420, it's a $4 move. See what I'm saying? That's how you make money in this thing.
Okay, G-Wiz got it.
Hope you guys learned something. I gave you guys some value. I hope you take this free course and you run it up and you make $1 million, and on top of $1 million, on top of $1 million, on top of $1 million. I hope you change your family's lives forever. I hope you become financially free. I hope that you take this course and you run with it. If you need me, I offer one-on-ones. You can always contact me. Follow me on Instagram at allbusiness365. Follow me on Twitter at allbusiness365. And just keep grinding. Keep working your ass off. Keep grinding. This takes time, all right? It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but I promise you, if you get this, you will never have to worry about money ever a day in your life. You will always be able to make money, and you'll be able to start with any type of money that you got. 200, 300, 400, but if you get this, you will always be able to make money. All right? Peace and blessings, my people. I hope you guys learned something. Please tell your friends about it. Tell them to download it. Tell them to book a one-on-one with me. Let's make it happen. Peace and blessings.
Out trying to get new mint, mask on lights out 30K. Pop him horn and throw away. Impossible jump over obstacles. No track, I run it a lot of old. Big truck, I'm bagging up. I don't need guy when I'm bagging up. I'm trying to win, go big. Dress skin, white collar, white beans. Big meats, White House locked in. Bags for the cheek, tap in. My profile, he go big. Pure dope, you can cut up rich. Money falling out of my feet. Keep quiet, I'm pop my shit.